other, 9 horses in your hands, and I knew you'd leave me with your footprints in the sand. We stayed all night in your car outside the parking lot, and as the winter and your plane, I embraced you in my arms. I think it's over. I know it's over. I'll think it over. Whoa. Sitting across from me
So my name is Southern Simpson. I'm the bass player of Sagacious Zoo. Originally it was myself and Alex, the guitar player. We were rooming together in college and met Brighton and just kind of heard a sound within all of our own individual styles that kind of worked together, and we decided to form a band that didn't actually end up happening for a couple of years until we really found Jake, the drummer.
Yeah, it stagnated for a while. Brighton and I were in school, and we wanted to finish school before we started the band, and so we had been out of school for a while. We were all kind of doing nothing for like 6 months, and we were just like, come on, like we got to make this music together. And we went to a concert together, and the very next morning we were like, we talked about after the show, we got to do this tomorrow, and we got it the next day and we wrote a couple songs, and we're like, this is awesome. So we just kept going. 2 months later, we played an open mic, and 3 months later, we played a show where 112 people showed up.
Yeah, so it kind of, the band didn't really start when we met, but when we met, we had an idea of forming a band, just roughly, and we never even took it up for a couple of years, and then was like, hey, remember when we talked about doing that band thing?
Yeah.
What have y'all been doing? And that kind of happened after the Of Montreal show. Right after that show, I think we all kind of just decided, we're like, wow, we love Of Montreal, we love Kevin, we love music. Like, what are we doing? Like, of course, we should play music together. And so then I called Jake. Like a week after we formed, and pretty much was just like, hey man, what are you doing? We used to be on the gymnastics team together, and I was just like, I knew he was just some punk ass kid who played jazz drums, and I always wanted to play with him, and I was just like, I'm gonna try this kid out and give him a shot.
Yeah, for me it was a totally different experience from them, because they were all in UNT together. They had been a part of that big jazz music scene and all that, and I barely squeaked by high school. I was in culinary school, and I was working as a cook at some restaurant, and I just get this call from Brighton, who I haven't seen in like 3 years, from like gymnastics or like some random party. He's like, hey dude, want to be in a band? And I was like, I got some free time, why the hell not? And so we piled into, I was still at my parents' house. I was like 18, 19. No, I was 19 at the time. And we piled into my bedroom, and it was like probably the most cramped, music situation that I've ever been in, and there was clothes all over the place. We started off, and that's actually the first day of band practice when I met Southern. As for drummers, like the bassist is like such a key part, and we played one little jam, and we all kind of unanimously were like, when's the next practice?
Justice to be found here, without vengeance too. When it comes your time, you'll find your death in the soil ground. No lies. That's where your plastic crown can be found.
Sometimes it can be kind of hard to describe our genre. We all have so many different musical stylings that have influenced us, but what really joins us together is the fact that we all don't really feel bound to a genre, and we love experimenting with our sound. You know, not many people are doing a 4-piece, maybe progressive indie rock-esque group with a mandolin, one guitarist, and a bass player and a drummer. Most rock bands have 2 guitarists and, you know, a bass and a drummer. So we have an interesting timbre going on in that respect, which definitely provides a genre-bending sound to what we do.
Yeah, I think that, you know, genres are kind of a double-edged sword. They have their positives and their negatives. It's a good thing to have limitations to like help define what you do and get that across to people. But then there's also, I think, you know, just genre, I think, is sort of becoming outdated because that's the double-edged sword. It's like you have a limitation, so now you've already limited yourself from being able to try to do these other things.
We've lived together for over a year now. It's insane how much time has passed, and it just has gone by. It's gone by so quickly because we've been working so hard. We've been pushing ourselves. We've had so much fun. That sounded like it wasn't the end of a sentence, but it was.
Living together has been quite an interesting experience. In a lot of ways, it's been amazing. It's so much easier as a band to just group up in our practice room and be able to sit there and just experiment. We don't say no to each other in the writing process. We merely try to explore and try things out until we can reach a consensus, a unanimous consensus that one way or the other is the ideal way or the way we would like to present whatever musical idea. You know, of course, there's the flip side. Everyone was saying that, you know, y'all are gonna hate each other by the time, you know, you're done. And while there are rough moments, but, you know, that could be for any band just on tour or not living together, I feel as though we've only grown closer and even through the roughest moments, like, learned to love each other more.
Started, we'd be drawn into this world. We come to find our new haven of impossibilities. I couldn't wait to get away from the pressure surrounding me, so I made a break for a digital externality. We got it started just as the sun rolled back into night. We're getting closer to shedding the skin of our real lives. We entered the forest, surrounded by spiders, so we challenged the arachnids queen. You got poison, we still managed to defeat the instances. We formed a new party, gathered our weapons, then we made our way to the throne. We gotta shut down the opposition before they capture. We gotta shut down the regicide before it's too late. You've been my friend for such a short time. Still cool, finish this quest line. We count by the close of our invitation.